I love to say that this is something that no one tells you when you start watch repair. However, everybody tells you this when you start watch repair. But I didn't listen. Why would I? I'm an idiot. Well, I wanted to dive right in, didn't I? I wanted to start playing, I wanted to start touching some watches and having a good go. So the first thing you do, what do you need? You need something to hold the watch. So, movement holders. Thought it was going to be a no-brainer, didn't I? Thought it was going to be easy. You get one, it holds the watch. What could go wrong? But nope, I was wrong. So this is the first one I got. It's a little Horotec job. Very good. Got it from Wristwatch Revival in a little starter kit. Very good kit. I do recommend go and get that if you want to get in the game. Well, he knows what he's on about. Obviously, he clearly does. So I thought, we'll have a go. So the movement holder itself was really good. Was working really well. But the more times I was using it, I started noticing that the movements were popping out. They were jumping out. They were diving around. So if you've seen any videos up to this point, you know what it is. The movements like to fly around on us. So we can get it in there, a little bit of pressure, and it'll wobble out. It'll wobble straight out. Doesn't take much pressure. See, there we go. Just jump straight out. Very minimal pressure, and that's the problem. That's a big trouble. If I put it in a bit tighter, that forces out again. If I move it a bit slacker, that makes it come out. No win. So what did I do? I moved on to this bad boy. It cost me next to nothing. I bought it from some cheap website just to try and get it going. I thought this will work well, and I mean, technically, yes, it does work fine. But hold on, if I can get one of those out. You have a look at that. Look at the depth. So if you put a movement next to it, it has to sit at the bottom to get a bit of support. But all that top section just gets in the way. It just hinders you, gets in your way. So if you're trying to get in and out, it just slows you down. On top of that, very big, very bulky, very chunky. It's just very awkward to use, very awkward to play. Some people might have good results with it, but me, it's not my type. I'm not up for it. That was a no-go for me. Gone. What did I do next? What did I do? Oh, there. So, just got one of the cheap metal ones that I came with a few of the different tools. Just the dial hand, push on tool or whatever. You get one of these little cheap movements with it. But there's a lot of play in this one, a lot of wobble. So when you clamp up the movement, it's a little uneven. Horotec also has a bit of wobble. But they're not exactly precision equipment, so you are going to get a play. It's not going to be that tight tolerance. It's meant to be a given, but it's very excessive on the cheap one for obvious reasons. They're not going to look into that step. So I had an idea. Because the movements kept popping out, I take the lip off. Let me have a little zoom in here for you. Give us a second there. And we'll have a gander and see what we can see. There we go. So if you can see there, I took off a little bit of material with a little lip on the inside of these things. I just did a file on them and just took them down. Just to let the movement sit a little lower. See if it would hold it in. See if it would give it a bit tighter. So what problem do you think I've come across? I'll tell you. I'm terrible at everything I do. So what happened here was I took that little bit of material off. However, they're not all even. So there's a problem. So I can criticize the movements themselves, but if I'm making them worse, what's the point? So everything I do, I make worse. But I mean, this just proves it. Let's get back up. So I've had a few conversations with people, a few back and forths on social media, the comment section of YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I've got a few little things around. We have a little bit of a chat. Largely, everyone criticizes my expertise, which are some very unfounded allegations that people say that I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know where they're hearing them rumors for. But I've gotten some recommendations for different movement holders. One of them was an open sort of holder where you can just sit the watch movement in. Sits nice. Bigger problem with that is that the different sizes for different ones, and I didn't really buy that many of them. Maybe not yet anyway. So what did I do? I went with the next option. Good option. The bad boy here. Yep. Bergeon. You gotta be good, These are the boys. I haven't used it yet. It just got it. Well, I actually got it a couple of days ago, but I've been too busy with work. So I thought, you know what it is? We'll have a look at it. We'll have a bit of a chat about it, and we'll see how good it is. If it turns out that this is terrible and that it's not very good, then you're never going to see the video. Just me talking to myself, well, as usual. So, oh, that's tight. There we go. So let's have a little look. Oh, definitely feels better. Yeah, definitely feels better. Feels stronger. Definitely feels higher quality than that little metal thing. It looks a lot better. Less, little bit of play, but a lot less. But again, it's not going to be the space shuttle, so it's not exactly going to have that tight tolerance. Yeah, feels heavier. Feels a bit better quality. But I mean, once you've seen Bergeon, even that makes you excited. But somebody that's getting into watchmaking, not a watchmaker, I don't know how to watchmake. Someone that's getting into watch hobby, let's say, when you start seeing some in equipment and you start getting stuff with the proper names on, it does feel better. It's like you're a child at Christmas and you're getting a good present. It's a very nice feeling. So let's have a little try with the movement again, see if this holds in. All right, let's have a little go. Let's see if it holds in. Let's see how good it is. All right, oh, everything's all tightened up. Everything's all put in. Look at that. Look at that. That's nice. Solid as a rock. That's going nowhere. The only person that can mess this up is me. Which I will if you watch the next couple of videos. You'll probably see it happen. But based on this, that's money well spent. That's good quality stuff. Cost us 30-40 pound. I didn't look, to be honest. I thought I needed it. I want it. I'm getting it. And I don't like spending money, but when you need it, you need it. So I thought, that's it. I'm having it. It's mine. Give it a try. Based on what I'm feeling so far, and this I haven't even used it to take apart a watch yet, but the fact that that alone was it a bit tighter, I definitely say that this was a good purchase so far. But we'll see over the next couple of weeks, once we take a few movements apart and see how it goes. Yeah, really liking it. Hopefully, I'll stop throwing watch movements around like I'm trying to win a bet or something. I don't know. I don't know why I'm so bad at it, but I am. If you like any of what we've seen here, if you like any of my videos, I definitely would like you to go back and have a little watch and see what you can see. I've got a few videos coming up about Seikos, the one I just put one together out of my graveyard of parts. What I also do is I do try and edit my videos down a little bit of me, but you'll see the real me, you'll see the bodge, you'll see the messing it up. But I also upload the sort of raw video file where I just put a little bit of music over the top of it, and it's just me, the whole video of me just taking it apart, mistakes and all, full length, no fast forward, no cuts out. So if that's the kind of vibe you're looking for, please have a look. And if you want to see more of this, please subscribe. And thank you very much.